This is the Sim Pit. I'm your guest host, Dave Blair. The real star of today's show is, well, iRacing, and also all the other sim racing titles that we have available to us. Now, the reason that I say, beware, iRacing is a trap is because I have found myself devoting more and more of my free time to racing in iRacing instead of all the other sims that I have access to. And the more I thought about it, the more that I realized it's not because I like iRacing more, it's because I pay for all my content. So therefore, when it comes time, when I have some free time to race, I tend to lean towards iRacing, and I've gotten really comfortable with it. And so, again, when I have free time to race, I tend to jump into iRacing. It is difficult to jump from title to title. As you can see here on the SimPit Live channel, I did a Roar series, which was the random online adventure race. And in this one, I jumped from sim to sim and did an online race against random people. And I have access to all of these. And again, if I have free time, I like to, jump in different sims, but at the end of the day, if I'm going to race online against real people, 9 times out of 10 I'm going to choose iRacing, and I think it's because I pay for the content. Now, before iRacing, I used to play a lot in the sim racing system, which is for Assetto Corsa. So if I go in here to their race, here are all the leagues that are available, and then when they start. And I haven't done this in a long time. Now, I used to race in the Pro Sim Racing League, and it was fun. As you can see here, I've actually won a championship, had several top 10s and a few top 3s. Another good matchmaking one is the Sim Racing GP. And in this one, you can see the SimPit here has its community event planner. This is a good resource if you're looking for online racing. Now again, before I was into iRacing, I used to race a lot of series in Assetto Corsa. I've just recently gotten back into ACC and have been working on my single player campaign. I still run the Dirt Rally League. We have 2 at the SimPit right now. One is the historic and one is the regular, and both of those are great. I really miss running in Project Cars 2, but again, one of my favorite things to do is the California Highway against one other person. That's a good one-on-one race. Race room racing experience I find to be hit or miss online. Sometimes there's people there, sometimes there isn't. I think normally if you go with a European time zone, you have better luck because it's dominant over there. And then Wreckfest we play on occasion. So I have all these other sim games to choose from. Yet when I have a few hours free to do racing, I find myself picking iRacing because I pay for the content, and so therefore I want to get my money out of it. So this is just kind of a warning. If you are looking at getting into iRacing, just understand that, not only do you have the yearly subscription fee, you also have to buy cars and tracks. So normally I try to do a couple different series in iRacing. Right now I'm just running the Ferrari GT3 series because it's pretty short. And as you can see here, most people have 8 weeks counted. I've not been doing that well. Normally I try to do a couple public lobbies. So here you can see the Ferrari GT3 fixed series that I'm racing right now. I have that one starred. I also enjoy the Skip Barber The IMSA, this one has the GT4 cars. That one's fun. The Advanced Mazda's fun. But I try to run a couple of these. I've run this BMW fixed in the GT4, but I try to do, at least one GT3. I was doing GT4 and then Mazda Cup or Skip Barber, something like that. So I try to run a couple of the public lobbies series, and that's a 12-week season, which they count your best 8. And then on top of that, I'm running in the American Muscle Series Rick Motec Mustang League, and I'm also doing the Simpit Oval Series League. So I have these 2 private leagues. Here's all the leagues that you can choose from, which there's tons. I try to do a couple public lobbies. I also do the Simpit Rally Leagues. There's 2 of those. So as you can see, my time is really limited once you factor in all the leagues that I'm running. But before, I used to do a sim racing system in a Assetto Corsa league, at least 1 or 2 of those. But I don't find that I'm doing any of that anymore. And like I said, I've been trying to do the ACC and get back into that because I'm anticipating getting a new graphics card here soon, I hope. And that one really is demanding on the computer. But I would like to get back in and do that some more. And Automobilista 2, this is another good one. They just came out with this car. But it's like I have very limited time. So again, when I sit down, I tend to default to iRacing, mainly because it is the best place to play against other people, which is the type of racing that I prefer. I don't like to run against the AI. Although I am enjoying the ACC single player when I do have the time and I don't feel like going online. So there is that. But for the majority of my racing, I prefer to race against real people online. And for that, Sim Racing GP, Sim Racing System, and iRacing. And iRacing is by far the best. But I just feel like you should be aware that if you do jump into iRacing, you're going to have that pull because it's costing you money. And in order to get your money out of it, you have to get in there and use it. All right, just want to make a quick video and let everyone know where I'm sitting right now. And I feel like I've kind of been trapped into iRacing, which is not a bad thing. Again, it's one of the best places you can go to play online against real people. So that part I like. But I feel like I'm missing out on some of the other sims and games and other sim racing system and sim racing GP type of sim racing events. Anyway, I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. And for anybody that's sitting on the line of whether they want to jump into sim racing on iRacing or not with the expense, just be prepared. You might be getting into a trap. All right, thanks for watching.